going into my senior year, my goal was to, man, if I have a great year, maybe there's a chance that maybe there's an opportunity I could play professionally. Maybe if it's not in the NFL, maybe I could play in the Arena League or play in Canada or someplace. So we go into the first game of the season. We're playing against Wake Forest. I'm in the best shape of my life. I feel better than I've ever felt on a football field. We called it an option play. I was running the ball and I got tackled in an awkward position and I tore the MCL on my knee. And I remember sitting there on that field thinking like, God, I don't understand this. Like, this is all this work I put into this. I want to keep this football dream alive, and here it looks like this could be done right now on this field at this point in time. I didn't really totally understand it. During this period of time, now I'm out for the majority of the season. I ended up coming back a little bit later, played a little bit towards the end of the year and into the playoffs. But that was really kind of pretty much the end of my college career. But because of that injury, I was in the training room every day getting treatment. And one day in the training room, my brother's college roommate from Liberty University, where he played, he happened to be coming in there. He was a scout for the Baltimore Ravens. And he came through the training room. He recognized me, thankfully, and came over and we struck up a conversation. Fast forward then, after college, I take a job with ESPN on the production side. And lo and behold, in my second year there, I run into my brother's college roommate again. I see him in the press box. He recognized me because he had just seen me 2 years prior at App State because I was hurt. And then he mentions to me about the opportunity potentially to get into scouting and would I be interested in that. I thought, I've never even thought about scouting. Sounds like kind of a fun deal. You get paid to watch football, evaluate players, something I thought would be pretty fun. So that led to an interview with the Ravens, which led to an 8-year career as a scout. So as somebody who had a dream of maybe being able to play in Canada and not understanding at that point in time with an injury why God would allow this to happen, I want to pursue football and now that dream's dead. If not for that injury, I'm not in the training room. I don't see my brother's college roommate, which then leads to me seeing him again in a couple years. He recognizes me, led to an 8-year run in the NFL as a scout. So that was that early lesson in life for me of, just put your faith in the Lord. He's going to direct your paths. And it's not my job to try and figure it out. It's my job just to be obedient and be in His will and have faith that the Lord's going to take you where He wants you to go. I took a promotion with the Cleveland Browns and the full circle look at the National Football League. The first year we were 10-6. We all got contract extensions. The second year we were 4-12. We all got fired. So that was like a total NFL experience there with my 2 years in Cleveland. I started thinking about this. Well, I have money left on my contract. I've kind of wanted to pursue the broadcasting thing because there's so much travel with scouting. My kids are starting to get older. I don't want to miss things around my family. I'm gone too much. I started a Twitter page, which was brand new at that time. I didn't even know anything about it, but miraculously that got a little bit of a following going, which led to some radio interview opportunities, which led to some TV opportunities. And I thought, okay, well, this is, God's really opening up a door here to really kind of pursue a career in television. I have a broadcasting agent. He's in negotiations with ESPN, and we're getting ready to get a contract. The only downside is I'm gonna have to uproot my family, and we're gonna have to move to the East Coast and to Bristol, Connecticut, which I was fine with because at least we'll be together. And then right as we're about to try and get this deal finalized, the National Football League has a lockout. Which means there's no games are going to be played. There's a stalemate in negotiations between the league and the players. And so that led to pretty much a hiring freeze associated with anything with the National Football League. So ESPN says, I'm sorry, we'd love to hire you right now, but we can't because of the lockout. I got a job offer with the Philadelphia Eagles, so I took it. And here I go out of the television thing, and I'm right back into the scouting thing. I'm gone all the time. It's kind of like, gosh, Lord, my heart is to get off the road and to be home more with the family. But you've closed the store, so I'm just going to trust you. And then through that period of time, I get to the second year with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I get a call from my broadcasting agent. Mind you, I hadn't talked to him in over a year. I didn't think I'd ever hear from him again. I thought the broadcasting thing was over. And he says, hey, I got calls from ESPN and from NFL Network, and they both want to meet with you. I think you have job opportunities at both places. So I ended up taking a job with NFL Network. So in my mind, I sat there and wondered, why did God close the door with ESPN 2 years ago? Because that's going to allow me to be home with my family. I mean, we'd have to move to Connecticut, but at least we'll all be together. And God was just showing me a lesson in patience. Just be patient. Wait 2 years. You're going to get a job in television, but it's going to be an hour and a half from your house, where your kids are already involved in a school that they love. You have a church that you're thriving in, that your whole family loves. Your wife's family is all there. Just be patient. So you wait those 2 years, and then God opened a door at a network an hour and a half from my house. It's been a true blessing. It's been something that the Lord had taken me on a path that I never could have envisioned for myself. I thought I had plans and ideas, and God took me in a different direction. It turns out it was a far greater adventure and experience than I ever could have dreamed up in my own mind. And it's really taught me a lot of lessons throughout the years. More than anything else is just be faithful, be in God's will, be faithful, and He'll direct your steps.